King, but I want to lock in on the best duo in the NBL. This is the KD and Trez takeover. Make sure you check it out on the Sportsbet app. These two went big against the Breakers last week. We think they can do the same here against the Phoenix. Kendrick Davis and Montrezl Harrell, more than 50 points combined, 15 rebounds and 12 assists. You can see the $6 price there. They're both superstars. This is going to be a big game. Enjoy.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
A nice pass for Malik Lewis. Kendrick Davis goes back. This kid is feeling it. He's unstoppable at the moment.
Knocks it down with the left hand.
Harrell throwing one down. Hooker to the rack and stuffed it. Here's Humphries, smashes it down.
Hunter! Powerful slam. Got to get it up. DJ does and gets it down.
Sobey, neon lights flashing all over it.
His dance ready to go again. He knocks down another three.
That's what I'm saying.
Hello and welcome to John Cain Arena for the open air game. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix taking on the Adelaide 36ers. The Phoenix, well, they're charging their way up the ladder, and teams do not get more electric than the Adelaide 36ers, led by Montrezl Harrell and Kendrick Davis. It is set to be electric inside John Cain. Birdman's going all Santa Claus, and Kyron Willis with the Kmart game ball delivery. It is all happening in Melbourne right now. You couldn't ask for a better night. The Mitsubishi Motors standings, it might read 7 and 8, but this is two teams that are hungry and ready to charge towards late February and make that play-in game. Damon Lowry, Andrew Gaze, the lasers are going off. It is all happening at John Cain.
Wow, that's all I can say, man. And I'm telling you, I didn't know if I was in a Star Wars movie. Man, I ain't never been to a laser show like this before. I've never missed basketball so much in my life. Drewy, have you ever seen a laser show like this?
Only in Felix's bedroom. He can do it like you would not believe. But I tell you what, he was something very special and put a lot of pressure on Melbourne United. They've beaten them the last 2 times, and now they've come with one of the most spectacular introduction in the history of the NBL. Congratulations to the Phoenix. But I will say this, and not that we're picking on Felix, you won't notice because I'm wispy, you're just fuzzy. He's got that much gel in his hair, you're never going to be able to tell. But it is windy, so how is the wind going to have an impact on this game?
Hey, if there's one person who knows how to shoot, and it's you. And if you're saying it's windy, then I'm worried for the guys out there. But hey, you can open the roof, you can have your laser shows, but you have to win ball games. And Josh King right now, he is getting it done for Southeast Melbourne.
Yeah, Josh the Night King. He's got the enthusiasm and passion of 3 people, of 3 normal people. He's doing a great job with this team. He's getting them to buy in a little bit more to defensive end. And this man right here, Matt Hurt, he's playing himself into all NBL first-team contention.
Yeah, he's been spectacular, and we saw it last weekend when they needed him most against Melbourne United. He came up big, primarily on the offensive end, the target down low. They were trying to switch and put little guys on him, and even when they sent the double team, he found a way to keep that scoreboard ticking over. He's averaging a little over 20 and 7 boards a game, and they're going to need those points because they're going to have bigger bodies to throw at him tonight.
Matt Hurt is Mr. Consistency, and that man right there, Mr. Electric, one of the best imports we've seen statistically in the NBL. He is on fire at the moment.
Yeah, he is. Kendrick Davis, a member of the prestigious Little Big Man Society. This dude had 36 and 9 assists last game with no turnovers. He's just as fast as anybody in the league. He's got the 3-ball. He's got the mid-range game. I love his passion for the game. Only 24 years of age. The league is better with him in it.
Well, if it wasn't for Bryce Cotton going bunter with his 40-point games, then this guy would be probably the leading candidate as MVP. The last 3 games, he's had at least 30 and 9 assists, and he's had 15 consecutive games of more than 11 points, so he is putting up some big numbers.
Well, the last time these 2 guys, including Montrezl Harrell, were in this venue, it was the pain in John Cain, brawling on the court, brawling off the court. It resulted in suspensions, and Damon Lowry, they have served their time, and now Montrezl is back at John Cain for revenge.
That's it. Montrezl and KD, they've served their suspension. They're rehabilitated. They re-motivated. They ready to come here and ball out.
Well, you know what they also have done? The NBL said, we don't want any more of this shenanigans. They've got personal security for Montrez, just in case the punters in the audience get a little bit angry at him. They just got a little extra security to keep an eye on him to make sure we don't see any of that stuff ever again.
It's one of the best nights of the year, the open air game. Jack Haverin, take it away.
Thank you very much, Felix. This is extraordinary. The laser show, a beautiful night, sold out crowd. The NBL is enormous right now, and a night like this is fitting for where this league sits. There's the starting fives for both teams. As we mentioned, perfect weather conditions. And the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix now won 4 of their last 6 and have gone from removing their coach early in the season to being one of the form teams here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Let's hope the game lives up to the spectacle before it. Saturday night in the Melbourne Sporting Precinct where it's all happening. And it's the Phoenix in possession first. Nathan Sobey, head down to the basket. That's knocked out of his hands. He's in some good form right now, 22 and 7 last Sunday in the throwdown.
The renaissance, the resurgence of Nathan Sobey. He's been playing some absolutely great basketball. Let's see if he can get off to a good start tonight.
As is Derek Walton Jr. back into the team last week. 3 ball to start the game.
Well, that's going to be part of the contrast between what you're going to see tonight. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, they lead the league in three-point field goal attempts. And down this end of the floor, this team here are last in three-point field goal attempts. That's what they like to do, that high-low action, pound it into the paint.
Walton Jr. pulls up again. Not that time, though. Rebound by Humphries. The big man combination of Montrezl Harrell and Isaac Humphries, when it clicks, it really clicks for Adelaide. Their problem, though, it hasn't clicked enough for them. Humphries made an early priority. A couple of looks go straight.
Great matchups all over the floor as Malik Lewis gets on the rim, gets an and one, gets an early foul on Montrezl Harrell. During the matchups, I already see to start the game. Malik Lewis goes to Kendrick Davis.
Yeah, he's got length on him, and in transition, when you've got a different matchup on the defensive end, so you're not like for like, Lewis leaks out, and the Phoenix do a great job in the offensive transition, getting it down the floor. And Malik Lewis, boy, has he just growing before our eyes as one of the next stars, and he's been, I say, the most consistent of the next stars players in our competition.
Now a starter, has been for a while, averaging 8 points and a little under 5 rebounds a game. The 19-year-old out of Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking of impressive youngsters, here's Nick Marshall. Played through contact. Adelaide thought there was a foul.
We saw firsthand what Phoenix going to do with Kendrick Davis. Anytime he comes off those on balls, they're blitzing. They're double teaming, getting the ball out of his hands, making someone else beat them.
Sobey with room to fire.
Good hit by Sobey. They switched that ball screen, late shot clock, and Isaac Humphries dropped his hands for a brief moment and almost dared Sobey to take that shot. He needs no invitation.
They've come out all guns blazing here, the Phoenix. That'll settle them. Great knockdown from Latmayan.
We always wonder whether a little breeze might even just psychologically hurt these players, but they've come out all guns blazing from the three-point line.
They had a little bit of extended time in the warm-ups. They've come out a few minutes earlier so that they could have an extra 2 or 3 minutes. I must admit, when they first opened the roof, Damon, it was a bit breezy. It blew our commentary notes around a little bit, and it certainly blew my hair around, but we've settled now.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the slight chill. It might get a little chillier later on, but there's no excuses, and these guys feel like they're playing on the playground again.
Walton Jr. baseline, exploring. Sobey drew a closeout, gave his look up for Walton Jr., and they draw another foul on Adelaide.
Well, they've got Adelaide playing catch-up all over the court. The penetration and kick, and the continue. There's another one for head fake. Another penetration causes the foul. And Adelaide not renowned as one of the more fearsome half-court defensive teams in the competition.
description Andrew gave is spot on. It feels like Adelaide are playing catch-up to start this game as Lewis left that short. Look at the athleticism from Isaac Humphries. What a finish from the big man.
Wow. Good mobility and dexterity from Isaac Humphries. We all know he's an athlete. I initially was a little surprised that Kendrick would kick it ahead so early to Isaac. But he puts it on the floor, a little bit of a Euro.
Yeah.
Takes the hit.
Gosh, he made that look very easy. And for a big fella to have that versatility in order to change directions like that was elite by Isaac Humphries. And good enough to make the extra one count.
Soft feet. Adelaide back within 2. As the Phoenix with an 8-0 start to the game, but now the visitors have scored the last 6. Matt Hurt, tough look for 3. Shooting that 3 ball, 36% across the season.
Pass.
Davis finds Humphries underneath and there's a point that, scores a level.
Good Lord. What an exquisite point guard play we get from Kendrick Davis. Head up, and Sobey lets one go. All you got to do is run the floor and get open. Kendrick will find you.
Wow. I thought maybe they may reconsider their strategy, given it was an open air, but they've had 9 field goal attempts. They're 3 of 9, but 7 3-point attempts already of their 9 coming from the 3-point line, whereas the Adelaide 36ers, they're 1 of 1 and they're getting it inside.
4 assists on 4 makes to start the game from Adelaide. And it's all coming through the agencies of Kendrick Davis. Making things happen out there to start the game. Nice hands, Humphries. Clever knock on from Sobey.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. We got ourselves a shootout, Drewy.
Yeah.
2 teams who are not going to be shy offensively. Harrell swings to Lat May and has already knocked one down from the corner. The opposite side. No good that time. Walton Jr. slicing through. Sobey reconsiders. Winds that shot clock down to 10. Walton Jr. pulls up. Nice patience from the Phoenix.
Well, he's coming off his best half of basketball in the season, that second half against Melbourne United. And he's following up a really poor first half. And he's a high-quality player. And I don't think he's yet to really find his groove in this season. We know how good he was when he was the runner for the championship win of the Sydney Kings a couple of seasons ago. We know what he's capable of.
Here's the big question, though, Drewy, from a Phoenix point of view. Geordie Hunter subs out of the game. Jarrell Martin in. So Martin and Humphries out there. At the moment, Hurt playing the 5, Wieskamp playing the 4 for the Phoenix. Is this where they can be a little bit vulnerable? Are they a bit small in this lineup?
Well, they can, but when you look at the Adelaide 36ers, they're not one of the better rebounding teams. They're very good on the defensive end, where they lead the league in rebound percentages on the defensive end, but not so great on the offensive end. So they can feel like they can get away with it at this end of the floor because the Adelaide 36 is statistically not great.
Turnover at halfway. And Matt Hurt with his opening points of the night.
A rare turnover from KD. We got Raskas. Raskas is checked in, Keanu Rasmussen. The mismatches, my man in the corner, Jarrell Martin. Got Joe Wieskamp guarding him.
They cough it up again. This time it's Glover, the beneficiary. That jumps out of the cylinder. Jarrell Martin pushes the issue, and an easy 2 for Davis. Fouled by Wieskamp.
And a silly foul at that, too. The ball was just about in the basket.
Yeah.
This pace, Drewy's got everybody out here huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf. Subs are coming. Great pass by Jarrell.
I love the desperation here by Wieskamp, but unfortunately it was just ill-advised because it was going to be an easy 2. In fact, Davis maybe just wanted to get himself going on the scoreboard. Could have had the easy drop-off pass to Isaac Humphries, but worked out well. Turns a 2-point play into a 3-point play.
Adelaide back within 1. Some sort of season that Kendrick Davis is having. 36 points, 9 assists last Saturday in their win over the New Zealand Breakers. And his numbers are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Nice find from Foxwell.
And 0 turnovers, Jack. Always got to mention that.
If anyone's going to fly the flag for the little big man, it's you, Damon Lowry.
Every time.
There's a foul on the Phoenix.
I love what Keanu Rasmussen has brought to this team. Only played when Kendrick Davis was out suspended, got his opportunity, proved to Coach Mike Wells that you can put me out here when these guys get back. A real heady, smart guard, bigger than what you think he is. Great job getting on the rim, gets himself to the stripe.
Second season with the Adelaide 36ers. Last year was a DP, is this year as well. You can see some young South Australian talent coming through the 36ers program.
It is, but if you had said at the start of the season that we'd be almost at the midpoint for them, in fact just a little over, that Rigoni and Rasmussen were going to be featuring like they have been, that was perhaps not foreseen.
Not on the bingo card, Drew. Is that what you're saying? DJ Vasiljevic still out with a hamstring injury and still a couple of weeks away from all reports. His absence has been felt at times. Rasmussen steps into the three. Humphries all over the glass.
There's your problem right there, Jack. Isaac Humphries is still on the floor. I'd be shocked. Trez's going to come in for him. This is big minutes for Trez. I mean, sorry, for Isaac Humphries. But Joe Wieskamp has no business guarding Jarrell Martin. Adelaide 36 with punishment aside.
Well, Humphries might need a spell, but he has been a real go-to guy. He's got the 9 points. Might need a quick rest, but I can understand why they decided to go with him in that first rotation and leave him out there and take out Montrez. But you want to get Montrez back in when plus minuses can be variable, but he has the highest of anyone in the competition. He's plus 88 when he's on the floor, minus 111 when he's off the floor. That will make a coach think about taking him out of the game.
Glover late in the shot clock. Puts the Phoenix backs in front for the first time tonight. Kelsey Brown courtside. Welcome, Kels.
Hi guys, great to be here. The atmosphere is amazing, but I want to talk about the matchup between Geordie Hunter and Montrez Harrell as they go head-to-head here. Geordie Hunter during the week said that he wants to limit the impact that Trez has on those energy plays getting up and down the court. As soon as Trez checks in, Geordie Hunter was back on the court, so that matchup is a big one.
Well, you timed that one well, Kels. Nice to have you with us. Wieskamp unsuccessful. They continue to fire away the Phoenix. They're 3 of 10.
Now, it might be me, but we were right behind that. It did seem mid-air that have the slightest of deviations.
Don't bail him out, Drew. He only shoots 24% on the season.
I hear, but it just did seem like, and the wind is going towards the opposite ring, and it did miss at the front.
Are you just suggesting that the wind can push the ball 6 to 8 inches?
It only needs, it only needs to be off about 3 centimetres, and it can make a huge, huge difference. So, down the other end of the floor, they just continue to pound the paint. They're getting inside, and under these conditions, whether they are psychological or not, it's been effective for the Adelaide 36ers.
Look at that view. It's a beautiful thing. It's a postcard.
It is.
You could send that to people all around the world and say, this is how we do it here in Australia. Wieskamp kind of back down on Jarrell Martin, who was reaching in. Josh, a little bit of trouble staying out of foul trouble, Jarrell Martin, at the moment.
Yep, sorry, Jack. Yeah, Jarrell, it's a tough matchup. See, Jarrell's got to chase around Joe Wieskamp, who's obviously more athletic, more agile. But that's why on the other end, I'd rather see Jarrell, instead of standing on the three-point line, go straight to the body shot. You can punish Joe. Now, Josh Knight got this. This is the issue. He's got Geordie Hunter and Matt Hurt. They got a sub for each other because they don't have that third big. Now you can't have them both on the floor for 2 extended periods of time. Geordie only averages maybe 24 minutes a game, Drew.
Yeah.
It's going to get tested tonight.
Josh King.
Yeah, I was trying to say Josh King. Sorry.
Josh Knight's his neighbour.
Yeah.
Foxwell having a hard time staying in front of Kendrick Davis. He couldn't finish off his good work. Foxwell to try and hurt them at the other end. Draws contact from Kadee. Now Adelaide over the limit.
They are relentless and a lot of teams are playing this way. These this season, just full on attack mode, and we love it. Getting down the floor, getting to the rim, where you think of both these teams again, it's a contrast. As far as free throw attempts, Phoenix are 9th in the competition, whereas Adelaide are 1st. They get to the line more than any other team in the competition because they're attacking the rim, getting inside. They sacrifice, don't shoot as many threes.
He's got a better view. Josh King is going to top Tom Bogdanovic because he's their 3rd big. This is the issue he has when he's playing against a team like the 36ers who have 3 big ones in the front court.
Game number 150 tonight in the NBL for Tom Bogdanovic. Multiple championship winner. And one tough competitor. Davis. He's missing off the front. Foxwell only knows one way, and that's to push the tempo. Had Kenyon right in shotgun.
I'm not sure you can just roll over someone. Looked like he went straight through Jason Kidd, made some space for himself. And no call. Look at this. Just get out of my way. Good no call.
Yeah, no call.
Nick Marshall out, Matt Mahan back in. Minute 30 to play in the opening quarter. Sold out crowd here at John Cain Arena. The roof's open. Beautiful night for hoops. We hope you're enjoying it wherever you're with us tonight. Bogdanovic with 5 on the clock. Muscles his way in. It wasn't by design, but it worked.
No.
Well, that's the counter to what you were saying in as far as the matchups. They've got to come out and play him. He can shoot the 3, but if he can put it to the deck like that, it becomes a tough cover.
Glover in transition. Just rattles out. Adelaide need a score off this possession. The best way to do that is to feed the monster.
2-man game with Trez is always going to be a beautiful thing. I just can't get my eyes off of Jarrell Martin. He's been out there for 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes. No shots, Drewy. No touches. It's like his teammates don't realize he's on the floor right now.
Good point. But when you see how easy it is for Montrez around the rim, you can understand why they'd want to go to that.
3 seconds. Nope.
11. Hit.
I think that might have been more like 6 or 7.
Slow count, they're using the timer in the Pictionary game. You check the replay. Toddy V puts the ball on the floor. Here's Jarrell Martin thinking, I wish my team would give me the ball so I can go at you like that.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And Jarrell Martin trying to close out on the perimeter. It's going to be tough. But we don't see that a lot from Bogdanovic. He's usually lights out from the 3-point line. But this has just been 9 of 16, a 56% start for the Adelaide 36ers, but yet they still trail it by 3. Make that 4.
As electrifying as Kendrick Davis is, I like that he put Coach Mike Wells put Jason Kidd out there with him. Get him off the ball. A la when the Sydney Kings move Jalen Adams off the ball.
Yep.
If Jason Kidd will realize who needs the ball in the right time.
Brisbane have done some similar things with James Bateman in recent weeks, and seems to be a bit of a trend that's emerging. Harrell down the lane. No foul. 5 on 4 up ahead. Harrell a little bit slow to get going. Quarter time siren sounds. What a frenetic start to this game. 26-22 is the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix lead. The roof's open. This is a hell of a night for Australian basketball. Stick with us here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. time at John Cain Arena. Southeast Melbourne with the roof open for the very first time, and they lead 26-22. Here's some of our opening quarter highlights. That is the view tonight, which is absolutely sensational. Kelsey Brown.
Obvious that Southeast Melbourne Phoenix are pushing the pace. Josh King just said that. Keep pushing the pace. He said about Kendrick Davis on the defensive end, make sure that they try and push him left because he's getting downhill on the right too often.
Harrell, no good off the first look. The pace of this game, Damon Lowry and Andrew Gaze was breakneck in the first quarter.
Yeah, the hype, the hurt down in the body shop, rarely misses those. You're right, Jack. The atmosphere is just electric. There's no way you come out here and you're flat. So I'm not surprised that the pace was frenetic early.
Nice pass from Harrell. Great find for Kadee. Hurt just got a little piece of it. But change the trajectory of the shot. Sobey lays it up.
Montrez a little too unselfish that last possession. He's missed his last couple around the rim. At times, had the smaller Walton on him. Decided to pass it. Oh no, that came up. That looked. They're going to have to challenge that, I would suspect. It looked like it came off the chest of Lewis. Face, according to Mike Wells.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. Can't be wasting them.
Well, I don't think it would have been a waste if you're that confident.
Thanks, Drewy.
Malik Lewis catch and shoot. 3 of 13 from long range, the Phoenix. As Drewy said, they get them up. They shoot the ball from outside so far. It's not falling the way they'd like, but they still lead by 6. Davis attracts the double team. Humphries has been excellent.
And that's going to be on when they're setting that trap and they're blitzing, provided you can get a pass out. That time the pass was able to split the gap between the two defenders as Walton puts on a show. And Isaac Humphries says, no, sir.
Ice Humphries wanted no parts of that show. But he's one of the only bigs in the league, one of the few bigs in the league, I should say, with the footwork that you can hit in a short roll. As Matt Hurt gets a 3-ball to go, caught Trez falling asleep.
Nice little bucket coming back the other way for Adelaide. Rasmussen.
My man, Razcast.
31-27 here at John Cain Arena. Sobey took it through Humphries, and he wasn't buying what Sobey was selling.
Well, that was excellent execution. I thought Marshall did as good as you possibly can, getting over the first screen, and then comes back as we have a look at Davis with the kick-out pass. Nothing but cotton here. And then when he came back again, Isaac Humphries, perfect drops position, able to contest the layup.
So there's a certain thing called a perfect drop position.
Well, they need to do something about their underneath out-of-bounds defense, because that's back-to-back on the underneath out-of-bounds play where they've got really good looks.
The Tangerine timeout, 33-27. Some frustration starting to come from Mike Wells and the Adelaide 36ers. That was a basic defensive letdown. Montrez Harrell's an interesting watch in this game so far, Damon. 6 points on 3 of 5, but here's some of the interaction at quarter time, and a lot of it was around not being able to get a foul called, and I reckon more than once he had a case.
Yeah, but you still got to be able to keep playing. And this is what we're saying about Trez. He's such an emotional player, and that NBA background, you know, guys, it's easy for them to go with the referees about missed calls. So Trez is landing on his back on like 3 of those shots. Just because you go down doesn't mean you're getting fouled.
33-27, let's get to Felix von Hoff.
Oh, I'm here with a very special guest. The open air games, they bring out the big guns. And I think I want to say the Kendrick Davis of the AFL. Nick the Wizard Watson, mate, how are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, it's good. Up and close. See Montrez Harrell as well. Up and close. Nah, it's good. Hopefully Melbourne Phoenix can get the win for tonight, but it's a good game.
Now, the Hawks have got this weird, I hate to say it, but you're likeable. You're young, you're talking hawk balls, skivvity. I don't want to go into all the details of it, but how would Montrez Harrell fit in within the Hawks' kingdom?
Yeah, it'd fit in well and truly. I reckon he loves the celebrations, so, nah, if he was playing AFL, it'd fit in well and truly.
Now, Andrew Gay is one of the best basketball players of all time. He's always been a Hawks doubter, and he's been very public about it. Have you got any words down the barrel for him? He's commentating the game, so he's going to hear you.
I reckon Gazy has to get on Hawkball for 2025, I reckon. Yeah, go down it.
Love it. Thank you, Nick. Back to you guys.
Did Felix say doubter?
From one wizard to another, Felix and the wizard.
I'm the #1 fan of the Hawks.
I would have said you're enough, to be honest.
That's it. I don't know what Felix is talking about. Jeez, they're going to have to do some work with the Wiz to get back in the good books.
And Sobey falls over. Ball in the hands of Walton Jr. Assesses the shot clock, assesses his options. It'll be an Adelaide ball.
I like the patience that the Phoenix are playing with on the offensive end. Yes, from time to time, they're going to spray up a couple, one-pass offense kind of shots. But for the most part, everybody's touching the ball. They had 9 scores in the first quarter.
36ers trying to get a bit of momentum going. They go on these little runs, but then they go to sleep for patches in games as well. A little push from Humphries, jumps out. A wide open Angus Glover. Characteristic for the way he shoots the ball.
4 of 15 now from the three-point line.
What a pass from Kendrick Davis. Rasmussen can't knock it down either.
And he found Keanu be ahead. Isaac Humphries underneath the basket. Just skipped it right over his head.
Collectively 6 of 23 from the three-point line.
I love this Matt Hurt-Trez matchup. They both feel that the other one can't guard them. Are they both right, or are they both wrong?
Completely contrasting styles, aren't they, as players and as characters as well. It's a fascinating watch. Hurt looks for Glover. Makes the adjustment, and that's more like it.
Unselfish, good penetration. Matt Hurt find open Angus Glover in the corner, nothing but cash.
9-point lead for Southeast Melbourne, which is now a game-high margin. Davis off balance. Adelaide looking a little wobbly right now. Bogdanovic. He's left that short too.
They've done a good job of containing Davis so far. And Montrez finds a way, even on the fumble, able to get to the cup.
A finish from Walton Jr. Jarrell Martin getting ready to come back into the game. Davis. Look at that time as well. 5 now, Kendrick Davis. Does have 4 rebounds and 6 assists to his name already. He's doing all that he can. Hurt steps back. Wow. That is tough.
Yeah, he's a professional bucket getter. Shot fake, jab, stare you down. 3-ball in your face.
Davis just toying with him. They need a bucket. They turn back to Isaac Humphries. Now it's not starting to drop for him.
What do you reckon, Drury? Things are getting wobbly.
Well, they are. They're good attack on the rim. Missed a couple you normally expect the 36ers to make. Down the other end, just able to connect on a few. They're not going to die wondering. 6 of 19 in the open air.
Jacob Rigoni on the floor. Nick Marshall too. Walton Jr. pulls up. It drops. It's a 13-point lead, and for the second time this quarter, Adelaide coach Mike Wells calls a timeout. Here's the Amy replay.
That's tough. That's tough for Isaac. He did as much as you could. Step back, and I think actually Isaac's, yeah, well done. And then in transition gets the roll, front rim, and just softly bounces in.
42-29 in the Tangerine timeout. And pre-game, Kelsey Brown caught up with Montrezl Harrell about his return to John Cain Arena.
Last time you were in this building, you got sent. How does it feel being back here? You feel all right?
It's another basketball game, man. I'm not really worried about that. I don't even think about that situation anymore. it's something that's not in my thought process, really. So it's another basketball game. Like I said, it's something that I'm focused to come out here and put my team in position to get a win. Like I said, we need wins, and that's all I'm worried about.
It's an open-air game tonight. Have you seen any of the basketball being played under the roof open?
Nah, but I watch a lot of like EuroLeague basketball, and a lot of those games they're kind of in that same kind of atmosphere. Smoke coming all throughout the crowd and stuff like that, man. So I was hoping I wasn't to be like one of those atmospheres anyway, man. So it's a great view. It's a great atmosphere to be being able to play under something like that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun tonight.
He's a player that relishes the big stage, Montrezl Harrell. He has added so much to this league since his arrival early in the season.
No, and in Europe, of course, they don't have a lot of open-air games because it's in the middle of winter. But they had one of the most...
a different sort of smoke, I think, in the
That's
in the air too.
But they had one of the most spectacular pre-season games when they played at the old Olympic Stadium earlier on in the year. And it was 40, 50,000 there to watch a game of basketball. That was certainly something special, but we get to do it on an annual basis here in Australia, and both not only here in Melbourne, in Perth, they absolutely do a good job of it as well.
Kelsey Brown, you were listening in to Mike Wells.
I was, and it wasn't really Mike Wells. There was a lot of Trez talking. He said, wake up, with a lot of extra language not allowed at 8:30 p.m. But he said, wake up, guys. We're taking shots that we don't normally take at training. It's one pass offense. We're better than this.
Yeah, they're going to have to work out the best way to go about getting buckets. Adelaide's strength is interior against this particular team as Matt Hurt draws the foul. But the conundrum is the fast-paced Drury suits Kendrick Davis. Kendrick has to pick his times. When to be electric and be Kendrick and play fast, and when to slow it down and punish the smaller front court of the Phoenix.
Yeah, for Kendrick to get himself going on the offensive end, a lot of it's going to have to come in transition because of what Phoenix are doing. That double team on the on-ball screens is making it tough for him. And that's why his assists are right up at the moment, because when they trap him, if he can get it out of his hands to that roll-up, they're going to be open. It puts a lot of pressure on the weak side defense to rotate. But for Kendrick personally, with his scoring, early, or don't send it on ball screen. Let him just go off in an ISO.
Cutting, slicing his way through.
Like that.
I mean, that's just individual brilliance. 94 feet, go down there and get a layup.
He looked at the coaches to say, give me more of the ball, I can do more of that. The ball falls back into his hands. 5 points for the game so far. Averaging the best part of 20 for the season. Nick Marshall with a hand in the face.
I'm blaming this era of basketball for what I'm looking at. I am. That's terrible transition, D. I'm blaming it because I'm looking at Jarrell Martin. He's got Joe Wieskamp guarding him, and he just decided to go set a ball. This is sloppy basketball, Drewy.
Well, it is the extended pressure causing some problems. Nathan Sobey getting ready to check back in with the long sleeves. You've got to stay warm when you're on the sideline, because that breeze when you're sweating, it's a different proposition even when you get subbed out of the game of what you normally would do.
Well, he called for Jarrell Martin to get the ball.
This is getting messy right now for the Adelaide 36ers.
Humphrey's doing everything that he can. He needs some soldiers to come with him. Davis flies up the court. He's so quick. That first 4 or 5 steps of Kendrick Davis.
Yeah.
Electric.
You know how in the AFL, on grand final day, they have the sprint?
Yeah.
We get an NBL All-Star game. We get to bring that back. We have a 3-point shootout dunk contest. And I won a 100-meter, actually a suicide, a sprint. Who's faster, Kendrick Davis or Parker Jackson Cartwright? I'd love to know.
Ooh, that'd be a good challenge.
From baseline to baseline.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was going to be shooting 2, but they decided it was on the dribble.
He thought he was shooting 2 as well. Certainly argued his case. Flashes by everyone and scores! Brilliant from Kendrick Davis.
Way to use the body to give yourself a protection with the ball.
Here's a little bit of momentum starting to tilt Adelaide's way. They feed the big man. And And very quickly, Jordan Hunter getting set to check back into the game.
And his leads like this. Okay, the Phoenix got a 13-point lead. I'm watching the clock. Minute and 43 seconds ago. Yes, you can come down and blaze away and shoot quick shots if you want to, if you're feeling that good about yourself. Or you can take some possessions out, Drew, make them more methodical and go into the half with a proper double-digit lead. Do you still want to play fast with this much time left in the half?
Well, I think that they feel good about the way things are unfolding, and they had an advantage with Matt Hurd. He was causing all sorts of problems in the offensive transition. He's taken a spell, so a lot will depend on the roster you have and the players you have on the floor. If you've built up a really healthy halftime situation to hold the Adelaide 36ers to only 35 points in the half. They averaged 90. Well, rounded up, 91.3. So I call it 91.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a point three.
Below the point.
Correct.
So 91. I know you're very specific. So the Phoenix have done a good job to contain this Adelaide 36ers roster.
Numbers talk and rounding up and rounding down.
Yeah.
Thought it was June 30. Sobey back on the floor. Been a little subdued so far. That's because others are getting the job done, including Derek Walton Jr.
And that's the kind of set I'm talking about. That was a good offensive set. The ball moves, a little bit of time come off the clock, and you end up with a wide open Derek Walton Jr. off a flare screen. Nice triple.
The lead extends back to 15. Equal game high. As we head to halftime, Montrez.
Had to send someone earlier. He was left Nathan Sobey on an island down low trying to guard Montrez.
Oh.
They're just starting to get a little testy as we head towards halftime.
Josh King, I think, agrees with me that he thought he needed a little bit more help on the switch down low.
Harrell almost lost it. He pulls up in the mid-range. Humphries, rebound, misses the bunny. Phoenix look for a quick possession. Walton Jr. tried to find Lewis. It was knocked out of play.
Great job, Isaac Humphries on offensive glass, but didn't reward himself. That's at least 2 or 3 of those he's missed so far in this half. And with a 15-point deficit, Drewy, they can't afford those type of misses.
Tangerine timeout, 21.4 seconds before the main break. And Nathan Sobey has been a big factor in this resurgence. His form in recent weeks is the reason that the Phoenix have won 4 of their last 6, and both Nathan Sobey and Josh King spoke to us pre-game.
Montrezl Harrell, Kendrick Davis, they're killing it for the 36ers at the moment. How do you stop their influence, their energy guys, their big play guys? How do you stop that?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing at an MVP caliber. He's having an MVP caliber season, and we just got to limit those possessions as much as we can and make it as tough as possible. And then Montrez trying to take away the energy stuff. That's what he's doing really well for them at the moment, and we just got to try and limit that.
I don't think we're going to stop them. We just got to try to contain these guys. They're both really good players. Ball dominant. They're going to have the ball in their hands a lot. We just have to do a really solid job on both these guys.
So that was the plan pre-game. We're just about to hit halftime. And have they hit the plan?
It looks to be trending in that direction. With a 15-point lead, holding the Adelaide 36ers to 38 points.
Yeah.
This is the best defensive half they played.
Yeah.
Josh King would be wrapped with this performance so far. And a lot of that, too, Drew, is attributed to the way they're being more poised and precise on the offensive end.
Yeah, and making life really difficult to Kendrick Davis. He's been the engine room for the Adelaide 36ers, and he's only 3 of 7 from the field.
Hurd back to Walton Jr. Shot clock at 5. Derek Walton Jr. has 16 in the half.
Yeah, you guys forgot about Derek Walton from Detroit. From Detroit, the great state of Michigan. Grand Final MVP. 16 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, and 0 turnovers.
Wow, that's impressive numbers.
Missed a few games through illness and hamstring complaint, but we're seeing his importance now. Davis, time beats him. Bucket won't count. What a lead this is for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix at halftime. It's their showcase night, and right now they are putting on a show.
Unbelievable. They are playing up to the performance that this whole venue, this night is called for. Everybody's getting their money's worth. The Phoenix are playing. This is the best basketball I've seen them play under Josh King.
Let's get over to Kels.
I'm here with Matt Hurt. Matt, awesome first half. I want to ask about the open air. Does it feel different? How does it feel out there with the shooting?
Feels a little different, but if you're a basketball player, it doesn't matter if it's wind or not. Just go out there and hoop.
Montrezl Harrell, you've really stopped his impact on the game so far. You guys up to an 18-point lead. It looks like you're pushing the plates. Was that the plan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know they're not the best transition team, but obviously loading up on Montrezl and Davis as well, so I think we're doing a good job, but we got 20 more minutes to finish it off.
You personally, 14 points to the half. How are you feeling out there?
I feel good. My teammates are doing a great job, and I'm just executing.
All the best for the second half.
It's the Phoenix who lead by 18 points in the open air game at John Cain Arena. Stick with us, the halftime show, and I mean show, is coming up next.
Mr. Grinch, you really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, you're as charming as an eel. Mr. Grinch, you're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
Birdman, you are our number one. We love you. It's a Christmas spectacular. I think it's time you let Santa free and let him out a couple of people.
Come on, Birdman. Can we have Santa come out, can we? Can we? Oh, okay. Birdman's been allowed to happen. Well, you've seen the Santa is in the building, John Cain Arena. But he's just having a hard time finding us here. So can you all make some noise for Santa, everybody? If you want to come out here, you want to make some noise. Here it comes. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Make some noise.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to the Southeast Melbourne fans, because right now they are putting on a performance for the ages. And you look at this, Gazy, you're one of the best commentators in the game. What on earth is going on in this halftime show?
Well, we've got Santa Claus, and he's just all the kids in the audience and just letting everyone know that it's Christmas time. And the Phoenix, what do we call? What's the Phoenix mascot?
A birdman.
There's a birdman. Just getting the birdman involved in the festivities of Christmas.
You look at this, it's unbelievable. The choreography. Now, you're a man who did Dancing with the Stars, and may I say, dominated Dancing with the Stars. But this is one of the best performances I've seen in a long time since you took that dance floor by storm.
No, I don't know about that, but it's been an incredible performance by the Phoenix in this first half. And what an atmosphere. We've been talking about it. Hopefully it's coming through on the television of how great it is to be here. Everyone's so joyful, Christmas spirit all over the joint. And for the Phoenix, they're delivering to their fans.
I just feel so privileged to be here. I should probably do some Christmas shopping before too long, get that done. But yeah, atmosphere's been electric like we've been saying all night. Like, I never missed basketball so much. Been a long time retired, Drewy, but I feel like I go out there with this atmosphere, I reckon I could get a bucket or two.
I agree.
Well, let's have a look at the Hungry Jacks highlights right now, because Matt Hurt, we say he's Mr. Consistency. Roof closed, roof open, fireworks, lasers, it does not matter.
It is, and that's the double team that we were talking about during the game that's putting all sorts of pressure on Davis, and he can hurt you in so many ways. He can shoot the three ball. In fact, not just a catch and shoot like that. We're going to see a step back. This is the one in from the three-point line. That is hard to guard. Isaac Humphrey doing his very best. That's what Isaac can't allow, that easy transition bucket for Matt Hurt. But once again, he's been fantastic. Have a look at the Blackmores, a shot chart all over the court, around the bucket, from the three-point line, 2 of 4 from threes. And again, he's stepped up along with Derek Walton Jr.
Well, there's certainly plenty of going on there from Matt Hurt on that Blackmore shot chart. But I'll tell you what, you think the entertainment's done. Santa's just decided to go all drone action, air raid on the gifts right now.
Wow. Well, if Santa's listening, a Google Pixel 9 phone, if you don't mind, coming to the Andrew Gaze household. The old 7 is not cutting it anymore.
Oh, I'll tell you what Santa needs to be dropping from the ceiling is whatever ability Kendrick Davis had pre this game, because he's not bringing it right now. The Monstars, I don't know what's happened, but him and Montrez right now not exactly bringing their usual brilliance.
Hey, you got to credit the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Kendrick Davis, he got the 7, 5, and 6 assists. Got off to a good start early, but then just kind of wearing him down. They got size. Malik Lewis, he's got to be in the all-NBL defensive team, which we're going to put together pretty soon. But they're giving him some problems, and he's getting caught up a little bit too much with the referees. But yes, they're making life a little bit difficult for him. Same thing with Trez. Phoenix right now are playing on their terms.
Well, I think, Jarrell, Martin, when you look at what they did against New Zealand, that is just an unbelievable move by Kendrick Davis. We have a look at the stats and the field goal percentages. Well, they're okay for the Phoenix, and it got a little bit better. It was a lot worse for the Adelaide 36ers. The three-point shooting, what a contrast. 24 of them for Phoenix, 11 for Adelaide, but that's been how it's been throughout the course of the season. But if you think back to their last game, they won the 36ers. It was their bigs. It was Isaac Humphries, who's been great again today. Montrez has had to work hard for his. I actually think he's been a little unselfish at times. And then, of course, Jarrell Martin. Now, Jarrell Martin had his best game against New Zealand with 16 points. Almost half their points in that game come from those three. You don't have DJ, you're out in this open air, keep going back to that well.
7, 6, and 5. I might have been a little bit harsh on Kendrick Davis, saying he's not bringing all of his brilliance, but it is the 12 days of NBL Christmas, and that means, you know what? We're going to keep hooping tomorrow. And Illawarra Hawks taking on the Perth Wildcats. Santa Claus, please keep the 40-point game streak going for Bryce Cotton. That is all we ask. The Illawarra Hawks, Perth Wildcats, Sunday, 2:30, second half, up next.
Merry Christmas to all the Phoenix fans.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a great holiday from the Adelaide 36ers.
Merry Christmas to all. Hope you enjoy with your families.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays.
Hear, hear, Merry Christmas to everyone. This is part of the 12 games of Christmas here at John Cain Arena. That's the view from outside right now with our drone for tonight that Andrew Gay's asked to fly, but was given a firm no that he wouldn't be trusted with the drone. 56-38, just about ready to get underway for the third quarter. Kelsey Brown, courtside.
I've been walking around, guys. The atmosphere in here is unbelievable. The kids are enjoying the laser show. There are Christmas parties. There is a Christmas spirit about this arena right now. But I want to say, I would have to put it out there, this is one of the best spectacles in Australian sport that we have at the moment. Incredible from the NBL.
Yeah, an amazing night. And as you said, Drewy, off the top, full credit to the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. It's the first time that they're doing it. Melbourne United have done it a few times, Perth as well, but they added the lights, the laser show, and a few other things like that. They've made a really good fist of it first up.
Let's hope that the weather holds off on Monday, because last year Melbourne United took it to another level with their fireworks display, and apparently that's on the agenda for Monday as well. But they've got a competitor now in the wow factor, because Phoenix did a terrific job.
Sounds like it might be a little bit soggy on Monday. Hopefully the weather can hold off. Derek Walton Jr. just doing what he likes. He's got 18.
Man, this is just good basketball to watch. When the Phoenix are playing like this, getting the ball through hands, everybody's getting the touch. The shots just become, everything just becomes a bit more easy.
Kendrick Davis, 7 points at the half, does have 6 assists and 5 rebounds. And
yeah, it's a good call. Got to be a foul. He got dragged to the ground. Yeah,
late call, but a good call from Brad Henshaw.
No, absolutely. Have a look at the left arm of Sobi. You won't see it from that angle, but he just pulled him down with the left arm. He did it. He camouflaged it well, but not quite well enough.
The baseline ref was going to let it slide.
36ers, 7 wins, 8 losses for the season. They have lost 5 of their last 7. They really need to stay in touch with the main pack as we head in towards January. Wow. Hunter and Humphrey scrap for it. Eventually Adelaide win possession back. Davis for a wide open Rasmussen. Nice work from Lat Main. Ripped it out of the hands of Nathan Sobey.
24, Sobey got possession of the ball and it got stolen. Sobey got possession of the ball, got stolen. Should be 24.
Well, Phoenix has done a really good job
20,
on the defensive end. The last couple of possessions haven't been able to come up with the defensive rebound, but the thing about it is that Adelaide really not testing him on the defensive end. It's all getting stuck on one side. It's a lot of just single action and on ball and trying to finish it, not really moving the defense around all that much.
11 points from Montrezl Harrell. Averaging 20 for the season. Phoenix have made stopping him an absolute priority.
When I woke up this morning, Jack, I was almost positive that Matt Hurt could not guard Montrezl Harrell. Derek Walton Jr. is in his bag, ladies and gentlemen.
My word, he is.
He doing whatever the hell he want to do out here.
Yes, sir.
I owe Matt Hurt an apology. I'm sorry, man. Trez got 11, and he still might finish with his 20. But in all those one-on-one matchups, Matt Hurt has held his own.
Tough finish from the youngster. Keanu Rasmussen. As we check out the Amy replay.
Look, no one was even in the screen. Here's a guy that's been on fire. He's at 18 before that one. He was 4 of 6 before that, just walks up to a 3-ball. That's just poor recognition of the game circumstances and who you need to prioritize. He has to be a #1 priority right now, because it's not just about what he gets for himself, it's how he's going to distribute to others as well. They need to have a strategy similar to what the Phoenix have on Davis.
Matt Hurt. Wow. Premium look. And maybe premium solid short.
Matt Hurt, wow, yep. The two-man game between him and Derek Walton. What are you going to do? Lat Man, Kendrick Davis, are you guys switching that? You better come up with something.
Isaac Humphries with a rebound, and Josh King losing his mind next to us. Hates giving up those sorts of offensive rebounds. So they go to the other end, and Geordie Hunter rolls with authority.
They have been poor all season dealing with on-ball screens.
Kendrick Davis does not look interested right now on the defensive end. He's not getting calls he thinks he should get. He's not scoring at the level he would like to. It's affecting his overall game right now.
Must pass Harold for Humphreys.
It's just not easy for Davis, and that's by design. He's getting frustrated.
What are you doing on the ball screen? Deep, Lord.
You.
Drewy, we can play today. We can get a bucket today, Drewy.
Well, against
we're 120 years old.
Against that type of defense, no weak side, no help coming off the on-ball screen, and just walks into a lap. And it's a backcourt violation. It's all going horribly pear-shaped for the Adelaide 36ers.
There are times where the Adelaide 36ers look as good as anyone in the competition, but then there are times across this season where they look like the 8th team on the ladder, or lower even.
Well, let's not forget there's no DJ. And the other thing you got to do, I'm giving a lot of credit here to what the Phoenix are doing. Phoenix have been, oh my goodness.
Wow. Oh, almost from Hunter.
At both ends of the floor, Phoenix look like they're so well prepared on how they're going to guard the key guys for the 36ers and how they're going to penalize them on the offensive end.
Kendrick Davis is an 8-second backcourt violation with no ball pressure. When we saw Jaden Adams did that, our heads nearly fell off. And now we've seen it again.
Not taking anywhere near as long that time for Lat Mayen, who's fouled and won. Bit of urgency about their game.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. Kendrick Davis, when he plays like that with this pace, yes, he can do this because he's got that much skill. But when it's time, but when the game calls for a methodical, slow down, get through a good half-court set, that's where Kendrick struggles. At least he's struggling tonight with that. Because right now, this tempo does not suit them.
Lat Mayen shooting the bonus. It was plus 15 in their win last weekend over New Zealand. The lead is still 21 for the Phoenix in the open-air game here at John Cain Arena. Walton Jr. and Kendrick Davis, two of the marquee point guards in this competition. It's been an absorbing battle, but one at the moment that the points are well and truly going to Walton Jr. Trez for two more.
Might have spoke too soon.
It looks so easy when he gets it done down low. Like, he's got some big boys that he's got to go up against. I guess that's why he was a sixth man in the NBA.
Scored the last five. Sobey. There's some elbows around. He's saying too small, but Kendrick Davis is trying to work out where he is right now.
Yeah, Sobey gave one to the chops, I think, incidentally.
Pushes it back beyond 20 points. Humphreys, his touch, 17. He is giving them some problems.
100%. Nice pocket pass by Rasmussen. But then, just a layup.
Now, this is Derek Walton to me, saying, okay, the new shiny toy out there in Davis, he's had some good times in his last 3 games, 30 points and 9 rebounds, 9 assists. And Derek Walton Jr. has taken that personally and come out and been exceptional. 23 points, 9 of 15 shooting.
4 on the clock for Lat Mayen.
That's somebody I'd love to see get more involved in this offense. We've seen how Lat can score.
An offensive foul on Malik Lewis. What are you both seeing at the defensive end of the floor? I think we know Adelaide can score by and large, but what's breaking down at the defensive end that is causing them this gap in the game?
I feel like their poor offensive execution is leading to bad defense. They get so caught up in playing good offense that they forget there's another end of the floor. And it all starts with Kendrick Davis. He just got probably his first sub of the game, and a lot rest on the point guard's shoulders. But they also, Jack, they're not going to their strengths on the offensive end. That just makes everything harder.
There's nothing happening.
Turnover by Harrell. Oh, Sobey doesn't get it to drop.
But like there, you got basically 5 out, 1 pass, and then just penetration and hope something happens. There doesn't seem to be a lot of cutting, not a lot of loosening up of the defense, and they're going up against an established defense, and the Phoenix have got their rules of what they want to do with up screens, with side screens, and so far they've been exposed a couple of times, but by and large they've been in control on the defensive end, and I don't think they've had a whole lot to deal with though. Not a lot of questions asked of the Phoenix defense in the offensive sets.
It seems like it's more individuals, isn't it? When they are getting asked questions, it's Davis or Humphries or Montrez, but no collective offense.
100% as a collective, that's right. And this is when they are at their worst, and they have to realize it in the moment. You got to be critical thinkers in the moment. And who's going to be the one that's going to say, hey, everybody, calm down. Let's get this ball through hands. Let's get back on defense.
Jason Kidd could be that sort of option. He played the 4 minutes tonight.
Yeah. Well, at least he can organise and maybe be the catalyst to get a little bit more ball movement. This is a guy they also need to step up big. He's a big ticket item, and that's what he can do. And it's, I think, you know, you want to create 3-point shots for Jarrell, but you need to give him options on the post, play through him a little bit more as well.
Hurt forcing his way in. Has 19 points, Matt Hurt. He is a compulsive scorer.
Compulsive. Good call. And they switching that little ball screen handoff action, and you can't put a little guy on Matt Hurt.
Averaging 20 for the season.
Trez says, finally I get the and one. Just when I woke up thinking of Matt Hurt to guard him.
And you know, they're hanging around here. I know it's still a nice, comfortable lead for the Phoenix, but Adelaide can be explosive when you've got Davis, Montrez, and Jarrell Martin. Anything can happen. So Phoenix just need to... Excuse me. My maths are all over the joint. That's an M1. What? It went in. It was an M1. It went in. Oh, they called the foul on the floor.
Yeah. Well, that's a bad call then.
Right. That's why there was the head fake with the score on the screen. Just confusing.
Your math is fine.
That's it. I just lost my way a little bit.
Don't lose confidence in yourself.
Confirmation, 75-58 at John Cain Arena. 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The Phoenix well in control on a marquee night for this team. 5 on the clock for Glover.
Well, that's another result of the twist, of the switch. They switch. Montrez is out there guarding Glover and concerned about the drive and gave up a relatively easy 3-ball for someone who's been shooting the 3-ball really well the last month.
And like you said, Jack, 5 left on the shot clock. They used 19 seconds of good offense. If they're methodical like that, there's no way Adelaide will be able to get back in this game.
So putting tonight aside, Damon and Drewy, Kendrick Davis, look at his numbers for the season. 2nd in the league for points per game. 3rd in the league for free throw attempts. The #1 assist.
Yep.
Let's just take a look at the 12 Days of Christmas, of course. You can download that now. And top 10 in the competition for steals. So a lot of the key metrics he's in the top 10 for. All NBL first team if the competition stopped today?
He's in mine. First team for sure. I would just like to see him, like, there's a certain type of game that he really suited to him. I want to see his game. What can you play like when you're down 18 on the road? As Montrez says, we ain't having none of that nonsense, Joe Wieskamp.
He gobbles that up. Marshall on the move. It's back to 16, and Josh King has seen enough and wants to have a chat about things as Adelaide get a bit of positivity about their game.
A good timeout. Just sense that energy just dropped ever so slightly with the Phoenix, and this is what I was talking about a couple of minutes ago. They've got enough weapons out there, good block, and then in transition, Marshall, that's what he can do. That is I think someone's describing a young Scotty Ninnis for the old folk out there, with the greatest respect to Scotty.
The remix of Scotty Ninnis.
And that's what's coming up tomorrow, Illawarra and Perth. But let's take a listen to Mike Wells.
Swing it to lat. You got to get open, Nick. Swing. Come right up there and set it. It's just like our go set. You're going through, roll up, right? And then come over here and get KD, just like that. Right, KD, you're doing that. You're wrapping your screen in the nose. Pop. You got the 3 right there. Yep. Go that way. Come get KD. KD, screen your own. Pop behind. You got the 3. We gotta pick up. We gotta pick up. Hey, win this 228 right here.
Great access from the Adelaide 36ers. A big thanks to Mike Wells and all of our coaches across the season for allowing us in. There is the monster, Montrezl Harrell, 15 points on 6 of 9. Managed to get this back to 16 with 2.5 remaining in the quarter. They can't stop Matt Hurt. They are living in the Hurt locker.
It's not a complicated play. Come down, dribble it to the wing, straight on ball screen, roll off pass.
And you don't want to switch that ball screen. You don't want to switch it, but you got to get some help weak side.
I don't mind switching if it's like for like, but if you're going to switch, it's got to be, you've got to come out there, be handsy and make sure you're getting a deflection. But if you just come out there, it puts a lot of pressure on the guy that has to defend the roll-up.
21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for Matt Hurt. Plus 12 on the night as well. He's some sort of player. Kendrick Davis with some room. Finally gets an opportunity to let one fly.
He's not going to quit. There's no quit in him. He ain't having the game he wants. He's going to play it all the way out.
He's going to need to.
See, now they've switched it.
Lewis not having his best shooting night.
He was late going inside to Matt Hurt.
Harrell's trying to make something happen. It's slow to get moving to the big man. Phoenix with the advantage up ahead. Brilliant from Davis. The steal, and then the find for Jarrell Martin.
Way to run the floor, Jarrell. Good decision by Kendrick Davis, good D. A very rare steal, pickpocketed Derek Walton Jr.
Wieskamp almost traveled. Here's Derek Walton Jr. knocking it down like he has all night long.
So what about the ball movement? Each and every one of those passes could have shot it, got open, but eventually found the white hot Derek Walton Jr. 26 points.
Josh King can't believe what he just saw. Both of these teams, anybody that's seen Southeast Melbourne Phoenix play, they will give you a chance at some point. They get very excited with their offensive work, but on the defensive end, they can allow a lot of leakage, a lot of slippage through it.
Yeah. Well, that's historically how they've been. I think we've seen some good signs with the defense this season with Phoenix, Josh King, holding him a little bit more accountable on that end of the floor. Also, Malik Lewis, he is so versatile on the defensive end.
You see what the Phoenix are doing. They set the ball screen. They're rolling with this particular floor, with this person on the floor. If that was Matt Hurt, he probably would have popped out. That time, Adelaide gave good weak side help. And Sober's going to reverse the ball to Malik Lewis. He would have had a wide open 3.
Walton Jr. top of the key this time. Rebound taken care of by Isaac Humphries, who's got 8 of those to go with his 17 points. He's certainly tried his hardest.
Jarrell got Angus Glover guarding. I'm about to lose it over here. I'm about to lose it, Drew, if he don't get a touch.
Yeah, get him on the
How
box.
short does a guy have to be to get Jarrell Martin the ball?
On the box.
On the box.
Last possession of the quarter. Sobey, that's tough. He can't score. And they are within touching distance, Adelaide. 12 points down with a quarter remaining. They've managed to somehow stay in the game. 83-71, it's three-quarter time here at John Cain Arena in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Adelaide have started to claw their way back. It's going to be a big mountain to climb. They trailed by as much as 24 midway through the third quarter. They've got themselves within 12 as we start the final term here at John Cain Arena. Sold out crowd, roof open, as day has well and truly become night. On a brilliant night and a brilliant atmosphere. Kelsey Brown, you're listening in at three-quarter time.
I was. Josh King for the Phoenix. He said the pace has slowed down. In the first half, he said we're giving up big foul there. But we were giving 2 offensive rebounds up in the first half, and now we're giving 2 up per play. I think he's a little bit nervous because let's remember back a few games ago, they gave up a 15-point lead.
Yeah, they're talking about challenging it, but I don't think you can win that one. It's an opinion on whether or not he thought he flopped or not, but I don't think you'd get that overruled.
Sobey out for Glover. He's had the rangefinder on tonight, Angus Glover. 12 points on 4 of 8 from outside.
Great decision by Sobey. Just the poise he's playing with offensively lately. And Kendrick Davis put his hand up because he knows that was his fault, helping out of that corner.
The turnaround of Nathan Sobey's form is worth exploring if we get a chance. Hunter, what a piece of Lat Mayan. Walton Jr. through the legs. Can't score. Phoenix, one of the best fourth-quarter teams in the competition.
Look at Jarrell. You got Derek Gordon guarding.
And he's on the three-point line.
But he was inside first, but Kendrick Davis didn't even look at him. So then he just drifted. I'm ready to take this blazer off that I got from Men's Club on Bridge Road. I'm ready to get out there. Drew, what would Mark Brackey do if you saw me guarding him and you just pulled up a 35-footer?
I'd say, get on the box, because Cope's not going to let it fly, and you've got a great rebounding position.
turnover from Sobey. Davis has got Marshall. Catch and shoot. They're going to need a lot of things to go right in this last quarter.
It is, and it's not something they're comfortable with, just letting it fly from the three-point line. Like I said, they take the least amount of threes per game than anyone in the competition, but not this man. Angus Glover, he is getting back to his Sydney Kings championship winning form as well as Derek Walton Jr.
5 made threes now for Angus Glover.
Always can shoot it. Lefty stroking. Kendrick Davis is extremely frustrated.
I tell you, he's doing an outstanding job of making life difficult. Now, I'm not sure why he'd be going to the free throw line, though. Had he gathered the ball. So he fights over the top. Great job.
He's grabbed Angus.
Yeah.
Angus, he does.
Yeah.
If you're reaching across the body like that, there's not much I can do. I didn't see the circle.
To be able to dribble the ball with your right hand and grab your defender's singlet with your left hand, that's skill.
Yeah, it is, but...
Who said that men can't multitask?
But this is, although Davis has gone to the free throw line, between Glover and Lewis, the work that they've done it in different ways. The work they've done on Davis has been exceptional. And Davis is still good enough for the 14 points and 8 assists. So he's been no slouch. Montrez just, he's just trying to reacquaint himself with the fans by the look of it. Wasn't so good the last time he was here with the fans, just trying to maybe patch up a few things.
Just build some rapport. A couple of those fans won't be here tonight or for any game anytime soon. Walton Jr. drives and scores.
Well, that's just too easy.
That's just a one-on-one blow by.
91-73. Pass. Davis. Hunter denies Humphreys.
This is what the Phoenix do. They go through passages. You'll get 3 minutes of some basketball that Josh King's ready to swallow his own tongue. And then you'll get 5 good minutes where they look like one of the best teams in the entire comp.
No, but this is what we haven't seen from Phoenix, the ball pressure that they're applying. And it's just making it so much more difficult for Adelaide to get into anything. But what they're doing is they're getting bogged down. It's staying on one side, not a lot of ball movement.
Joel Martin steps into the three. Misses by a long way. Get another look at it. That one doesn't stick either. From where they were, Drury, the Phoenix, they are now the 3rd best defensive rating team in the competition. Wow. And they weren't that way in the first 6 rounds.
No, they're coming from a long way back. Which further highlights the improvement that they've made statistically.
Sobey wants a piece of the Humphreys matchup. Defers to Geordie Hunter. Everyone else is knocking them down. Geordie wants a lick of the ice cream.
You're grabbing him first. You're grabbing him first.
We're going to get a review on this play. The foul was on Glover. Here's the Amy replay first. Sobey with a great pass.
They're challenging it.
Finds Geordie Hunter, and we've got ourselves a coach's challenge. We'll take a look at that shortly. It's 94-73 at John Cain Arena. (94-73). Jordan Hunter has 8 points. Derek Walton Jr., the star of the show, has 28. Matt Hurt has 21 and Angus Glover 15. Here's our first look at the coach's challenge. Glover all up and in on Davis.
I don't see a lot of holding.
That is going to be a successful challenge.
I did not see a lot of holding. Now, maybe, look at the left arm. Maybe there. See that? The little grab of the shirt. Now, I don't think it should have been called, but I don't know. That is something that they look at and say, well, you know, in hindsight, I wish I hadn't called it, but technically, he didn't hold him, though. There was no holding.
Nah.
But when I could see why the official would see the jersey being held, so he might have called it.
You just never know what you're gonna get. You got 7 minutes to go and you're having these challenges. I don't know how many times we've seen a game go down to the wire. The coach don't have a challenge left.
Coach's challenge is unsuccessful.
Wow. That surprised me. Didn't look like there was a hole in that, but
Josh King was sort of making his point to us. Unfortunately for Josh, we don't make the decision.
Yeah, it's not up to us.
Good to chat all the same, though.
well, it's kind of a one-way conversation. It really wasn't. Fits the chat description.
It's like they don't realise that we got headphones on. That we can't hear everything they're saying. Davis can't get past Nathan Sobey.
Wow.
They have forced so many tough looks tonight.
Shot.
And then slow getting back on defense. And then it leads to this. Oh.
Yeah, the body language doesn't look great for the Adelaide 36ers.
Harold tried to barge his way through. Sobey's got Glover. Oh, has a fit of the fumbles.
Now, this hasn't been Adelaide all season. But with they audition up tonight, they can only play one way. The game has to be a certain way for the 36ers to be really good. And right now, this type of game, we're seeing them at their worst.
Yeah, it's been interrupted. Not trying to make excuses for him, but the last 3 or 4 weeks with Montrez and Davis being out, losing DJ, it has been interrupted. But what we're seeing now is a lot of really weird faces to their teammates, and you just don't see what you'd like to see in these circumstances, that unity. Not suggesting that there's any problems, but sometimes you just got to be really conscious of your body language when you're going through a moment like this.
Credit to the Phoenix, they got physical with them. They took out their 2 best players. They made life real difficult for them, and this is how they responded. So every team in the league will try to do the exact same thing to them.
Kelsey Brown, you've been near the Adelaide bench for a lot of tonight. What are you seeing?
Yeah, exactly that. It is very niggly between each other, very dropped shoulders. And on the contrary, I want to talk about the Phoenix. From the start of the season, they were sort of playing one out. I feel like now they're happy to let everyone get a lick of the ice cream like we've spoken about. So 2 very different looking teams at the moment. Adelaide really need to pull their socks up.
Kelsey Brown. Great call. I'm with you 100%. If you let Adelaide play on their terms, they pretty to watch. But right now, the Phoenix didn't let them play on their terms. His Owen Foswell gets an easy lefty floater in the key.
The 5 players in double figures now, the Phoenix.
Well, again, it's the on-ball defense. It's just not sure what they're thinking. Oh dear. Montrez with an air ball.
Oh, it's the gift of a cupcake for the boys on overtime next week. Wow. Davis pulls up. It goes. Back to 20.
He's capable, no doubt about it. He's just down about 20 at the moment. It's up to the Phoenix to see how close this game's going to be.
Well, he shows the play. He's getting his. He's got his 21 already, Davis. So, but he's a -19. Ben Air checks in.
First time tonight, Ben Air. Had a DMP last Sunday against Melbourne in the throwdown as well. He's a fan favourite.
And Benny Air is also a member of that team. I've never lost faith in myself. That team that Kawhi Noah is the captain of.
Ben Air will always be a starter in that team. That's a foul on Matt Kenyon. 4 minutes to go, Damon. Adelaide down 20. My mind just started to drift a little bit towards Harden Up and Who You Are, your column on the NBL website.
Yeah.
Drops every Monday.
Yeah, some stuff ticking over my head right now.
I saw you taking a few notes before.
I don't want to say any names, but it's a bit of a raffle in my mind, Jack, for this Harden Up. And you know, you talked about Jason Kadee earlier, and I feel like we all seen Jason's work over his entire career. But Adelaide 36ers have seemed to invest in this man right here. Keanu Rasmussen. And so if there's minutes to be played, I think they're going to lean towards Keanu.
Well, he brings a different skill set. Jason's going to lead the team. He's going to organise, whereas Rasmussen is going to come out there and he's looking for a shot a little bit more, play on the perimeter, be more of a receiver than a creator. Both bring skill sets to the game and different skill sets.
Different stages of their career as well. Main has a fumble.
I think that man wanted it upstairs and Davis went with a direct pass, and look at them talking to each other right now, and I don't think Lat Main is appreciating what Davis is telling him.
No. It's been a fascinating watch for this team. Right now the body language and togetherness is just not there. Marshall gave it up. Foxwell for Lewis! Malik Lewis takes to the sky! What a jam from the next star!
What a pass by Foxwell.
Hell of a dime.
That is one for the highlight reels.
If only we had an insurance company sponsored replay to have another look at that.
Yeah.
This kid is some sort of athlete. Kenyon blocked by Marshall, nice play. Here it is, Damon. Asking you shall receive.
Oh, and Foxwell put it on the money. A la Gaze to Copeland.
Yes, sir.
Right on point. See that right at the rim. You just got to miss that. It's like you're shooting it, and he shot it with his left, like you're shooting it just to the right of the rim, like you're aiming to miss it, and let the athlete go do his thing.
Malik Lewis, one of the plays of the season.
What's not to like about that kid? Seriously.
No, he hasn't had a great shooting night, but what he's done on the defensive end has been superb.
Mayan from outside. Here's Lewis, he's got a full head of steam. This time shares with Foxwell. It chops off the pass from Harrell. Phoenix are going to play this one out to the very end, and what this is also doing is destroying Adelaide's percentage. The teams around the same mark.
I want to know why Trez and Kendrick Davis are still on the floor, down 23 with under 2 minutes to go. What's the point? Are you trying to say percentage points, Drewy? What are you doing? Or are we doing some stat pattern? What's going on?
It's a bit of that. And that's the difference Rasmussen as opposed to Kadee. Kadee in the backcourt, you'd feel a little bit more comfortable in that sort of pressure defense. And full credit to the Phoenix, who have just been relentless. Really putting an exclamation mark on this open-air game against what we thought was going to be a much more competitive, very talented Adelaide 36ers team.
They have been totally outclassed from the opening buzzer and with no respite anywhere in between. There's Dan Houston now with the Pies taking in Saturday night NBL here. Dave Anderson, one of the greats of Australian basketball.
What about Joshy Jenkins?
Look at the beautiful hair on Dave Anderson too.
What about Joshy Jenkins next to him?
His hair's not as good as DA's.
No, the Wiz. What a superstar. Kicking from anywhere.
Felix will be trying to latch on to him post-game, no doubt.
My word.
As you should.
DA had a little bit of a young Steven Seagal hairstyle about him.
Better actor too.
But you know what though, Jack, about this Adelaide team? Is we get to look at this replay one more time. We can't see this enough. This textbook.
Yeah.
But you find out, this is what I like to see, when you put somebody to the sword, your character will reveal itself. Now, like I said, this isn't always Adelaide, but is this who you are when things get like this? I would have liked to have seen more resistance, because we know when they go home, they're going to be a completely different team.
Yeah, their record at home is they just dropped one recently.
Well, they're at home on Christmas Eve. They've got Brisbane.
Yeah.
Which would be
big,
fascinating game.
huge game for both teams. Two teams that are going to be vying, I think, for those last few places in the top 6. And
maybe you'd think about taking Adelaide in the summer shootout. Yeah, jump online, scan the QR code. Someone is going to win $100,000 for nearest to the pin.
yeah, you'd like to, if you put your money on Perth, you'd be feeling pretty good about yourself. They've been racking up some big digits over the last few rounds. Oh, we got burgers! We got burgers for everyone in the state of Victoria. What a Christmas gift. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
This night couldn't get any better.
That sums up Kendrick Davis's night. It's been a frustrating night for number 3. A game he'd rather forget. One game doesn't make a season. I'm not going to overreact because this man is still having a special season. But today we have seen him at his worst, and the courtesy of the Phoenix, they laid it on him.
And when you go collect your burger, they've got a nice little frosty number. This one that they've got. I can strongly recommend it as Davis comes back and knocks down the 3-ball. So grab yourself a free burger and tuck into this little frosty. It's a special Christmas.
Like a Slurpee.
Yeah, Slurpee type of arrangement.
But a Hungry Jack's version.
Of course.
Yeah. Rosendale.
That's down.
Oh, good out the hand for Luke Rosendale.
Oh, he's a sniper.
Oh, absolutely. He can come in cold as well. Yeah. And usually he's knocking those down.
Grab him.
Points won't count for Isaac Humphries. 17-9 for the night.
Kendrick Davis is going to finish this game. He might get another bucket tonight. He's finally coming out the game. 24 points, 8 assists, the 5 turnovers, Drewy.
I don't know whether it's the right thing. You got a veteran of Jason Kadee to come in for the last 47 seconds either. Now, he won't mind. He's a pro.
10,175 fans on their feet at John Cain Arena. It's played from Nick Marshall. Puts it back to 20. It's felt like a party all night long. And now they are letting their hair down, Phoenix fans. This is their Christmas gift from their team. Final action in the game. Rigoni will try his best to get one away. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix unwrap an early Christmas present. 106-86, the final score. That's now 5 of their last 7, and they are climbing the ladder really quickly.
That was a comprehensive butt-kicking for the holiday season. The Phoenix set the tone early. Adelaide thought it was going to be a shootout. It had the makings of a shootout, but the Phoenix ratcheted up the defense, ratcheted up the physicality, and completely exposed the 36ers.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones when they go back and review this, because for the Adelaide 36ers, because there's some worrying signs with the way in which they played this one, and particularly when they're on the road trying to figure out how they can get a better response. But boy, we can talk about the Adelaide 36ers, and they've got some challenges, but you're disrespecting the Phoenix because they had a lot to do with the way in which the Adelaide 36ers were mumbling to themselves and having all sorts of problems because of what they did defensively. And so Joshy King and Sam McKinnon and the crew put together an outstanding game plan, and it was a tough night at the office, influenced by what the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix were able to do.
They're 7-3 now under Josh King.
That's a hell of a record.
He has come in and made a significant difference to the fortunes of this team.
Yeah, you know, his fingerprints are all over it. You can see it. He hasn't picked any of those guys, didn't recruit anybody, didn't know anything about these dudes, only from what he saw in film. And it takes time to implement your style, and credit to the Phoenix for buying in.
And what about the talent with Derek Walton Jr.?
Wow, what a game he had, and he is standing by with Kels.
Yeah, D-Well, unbelievable game from you, but 6 home games, wins in a row, 12,000 fans here, open booth. How did that one feel?
I was telling everybody, this is my first time ever experiencing something like this. It was a little bit chilly, but as always, the fans always show up for us. And the best way to repay them is playing hard and trying to get a win.
28 points for you, 6 rebounds to go with that. You were really solid down the back end of the court last week, but how are you feeling out there? You've come into it. You feeling better coming into the games?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of personal stuff going on this year, injuries and all that, but I try not to make an excuse. The guys is always giving me confidence. They got a lot of confidence in me. And then me, obviously, I know what I've accomplished in my career, so it's not really much for me not to just rely on what I've already done. So just trying to find my way again. Today is a good day, and then we're just trying to get just keep moving the left side of the column.
You've gone up to the 3rd defensively rated team under Josh King. You got 12 players out there tonight, and you had 5 guys in double digits. This team just feels like it's humming. Is that what it feels like to you guys too?
No, definitely. I think we got a really good group. As far as camaraderie, everyone loves each other. We get around each other. We hang around each other a lot. We had a lot of stuff that we had to iron out. It was a new group, but obviously things has changed, and we're just trying to keep the momentum going and trying to play our best basketball around this stretch.
Awesome. Well done on tonight's game, and enjoy the rest of the season.
Happy holidays to everybody. Take care.
Derek Walton Jr. is back. 28 points tonight, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, plus 22 for the evening.
And only the 1 turnover. Derek Walton Jr., he last game, the 4th quarter, he took it over, and he just followed on with it. He knows exactly who he is. You don't win a championship and be the MVP of the championship series and lose confidence in yourself. Like he said, there was some growing pains early. He's got faith in the group. These guys get along. It just took a while to kind of figure it out. When it all comes together, this is a playoff team we're looking at. How high up the ladder remains to be seen, but I got them. They look like a top 4 team, Drewy.
No, they do. And when you've got Derek Walton Jr. playing at that level, that makes a huge, huge difference to the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Let's be honest, he wasn't playing like that for big chunks of the season, but tonight was impressive.
Now, I'm not really sure what's going to happen next. All I do know is that we've let Felix von Hoff loose with an open mic in the middle of the floor at John Cain Arena.
Not roaming Felix. Roaming Felix.
So let's hang on tight here, Felix.
Oh, Jack, I was trying to find the grey hoodie fan, but apparently that was the United game, so he's nowhere to be seen anytime soon. But I'm going to say, on behalf of myself and Angus Glover, whoever's got the button that closes the damn roof, close it, because it's freezing. The game's over. You're over here sweating bullets. You must be very, very cold at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit cold, but no, it's awesome. I just said over there we should have more of games like this with the roof open, and I'm a big advocate for it. I'm sure a lot of players are as well. Just see the atmosphere as well. It was unreal.
It's unbelievable. I think Southeast did a fantastic job of the little laser show at the beginning and everything. Now, I want to ask you, you've been involved in a championship team and a championship environment. You guys are making a real hard push, and the team you look like now is very, very different to what you looked like before. Are you getting those same sort of feelings that you guys could potentially go all the way?
Yeah, I think it's the old cliche, 1 game at a time, but obviously 0-5 now, 9-9, I think it is. We're putting ourselves in the right place for the end of the year for a run, obviously, but this league is so tough. But yeah, you can see some traits that I've been a part of before that I can see in this team. And yeah, we've got 10 days off now over Christmas. We can build on some stuff, some time off as well, and really attack, I guess, January and February and make a run at it.
Perfect. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a Friday to Saturday night, so go on off and enjoy yourself and enjoy this win, mate. Enjoy it. Where the atmosphere in here tonight has been absolutely unmatched. I've been to plenty of open-air games, and I just think that this one takes the cake. Malik Lewis, the next star. I'll tell you what, you've played in all over the world. What does this atmosphere compare to other things? This is the first time you've played in an open-air game.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of cold from the jump, but I mean, after a while, when you start playing, you start going up and down. Everything just felt normal, you know. I think overall it was a good day. Not personally, you know. I think I could have had a better day, but yeah, the atmosphere, the fans, everybody, they chipped in, and it was great.
Now, you come from a place that loves their cricket. Now, have you got a chance to go out? Do you go a bit of 2020, maybe a one day? Do you sit there for an entire test match? Are you a cricket guy?
No, I don't. I think in the test cricket, they play a little too safe, and that would be kind of like boring, you know, but in a T20 or I think the Big Bash League is coming up, I'll probably try to get to one of those games.
Perfect. Now, it was a bit of a low-key game. You guys got out to a big lead, but if there was a roof, you would have blown it off with that alley-oop. How did that one feel?
It felt great. I messed up my finger, but, you know, we'll get back. It's all good.
Nice. Nice, mate. In the Next Stars program, of course, you got a big future ahead of you. How exciting is it to be a part of this, playing over here, and all the basketball you got ahead of you?
It's good. Everybody, you know, they treat you good. I mean, they don't treat me different from everybody else, but, you know, it's all love from the fans, from the staff, from my teammates, you know, and from Liam also. You know, I feel welcomed. I feel at home, and it's nice.
Perfect. Malik, thank you. You get back in there and enjoy it. Let's have a look around at who else we can find. And it could be the hottest property in southeast Melbourne right now. Josh King, when you came in, this team was down and out, dead and buried. Certain people in the media, myself, were saying that there was no chance they were done for the year. You have revitalized this team. How have you done it?
Well, I gotta fact check you. Sam did a great job and got the team on the tracks. All the credit to our guys, though. We got a resilient team, a talented team, and if we stick together and continue to get better, we can have a really good season.
What have you got planned? Obviously, Christmas overseas. You would have spent that before in Europe. It's a little bit different over here. The sun's out. How are you going to spend it?
I got my Santa Speedo, my wife, daughter. We're going to lay on the beach.
Oh, God. Mate, unfortunately, apologies to the viewers what's been going on there. But no, thank you, mate. Thank you for everything you're doing. And it sounds like both of our voices have been lost, probably for different reasons.
Absolutely. Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's just keep going around. We'll find... Tell you what, we'll keep moving around, but you can see even the fans around here just keep hanging around because the players, they come out, they high-five. Even Montrez didn't have a great game himself, but there was one point during the game where he ran back to high-five a fan. So the interactions have been fantastic, but we'll come over here to the Grand Poobah right now. Larry, are you able to have a chat?
How are you, man? Sure.
Mate, the open air game has taken on a life of its own. The drone footage going around, it's something that no other sport is able to replicate like the NBL can.
Totally unique. Always trying to do something different, and the crowd loved it. Just chatting to fans, they were just blown away by it. Atmosphere was fantastic, so we'll keep innovating, we'll keep dreaming up new things.
Is this, do you reckon, I was saying before, I've been to every single open air game. I think the way that Southeast did it tonight was probably the best that's been done across the board. So Melbourne United, they better bring their A game on Monday night.
We'll see what happens Monday night. The Melbourne weather better cooperate, but I thought the start was sensational. With the show, with the fireworks, it was beautiful.
And the league in general, at the moment, it's absolutely flying. The ratings are through the roof, the numbers are through the roof. Is everything, for you as the Grand Poobah, is everything in the right zone?
We're happy, We're growing, that's what we want. We continue working hard at it, so things are good.
Perfect. Thank you, Larry. Go and enjoy the night. And Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to everyone at home. We're going to cut to a break right now. It's starting to filter out, and I'll tell you what, it's freezing. Please close the roof now.